Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Infinite Trade. My name is Robin, and let's do a Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis for tomorrow. So, before we begin the analysis, just a discussion on what happened today in the market. So, both Nifty and Bank Nifty opened gap up. Nifty had a very strong gap up, and Bank Nifty kind of opened okay because we already discussed that Bank Nifty had a strong resistance around 36,000, and it also managed to close below that level. And Nifty, if you see, I had a resistance at 16,567. I think I did not discuss this in the yesterday's video. Basically, I never thought it would gap up until this place. So actually, there is a resistance here because if you just go back, so there is a gap at this place. Okay, so this gap is definitely going to act as a strong resistance, at least for this particular expiry. So that's where it opened, immediately came for a sell-off, then it recovered a bit, and again there is a strong red candle in 15 minutes. So definitely there is a strong resistance at this place. So tomorrow, since it's an expiry day, it is difficult to expect that it would clear this particular resistance until and unless we see a short covering that can happen, and once it crosses this place is when we can expect a strong up move. And on a daily chart, if you look at the kind of candle, it looks like a doji kind of a candle both in Nifty and in Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty, it looks more of a doji. This is an exact doji, so like one we have here, we also have it here. Okay, so usually these kind of candlestick pattern, it indicates that it could be an end of this trend and the market could consolidate before flying higher or coming back for a profit booking. So also these kind of candles is called as exhaustion gap candles, but this gets confirmed if it breaks the low of this candle and comes for a sell-off. So usually how do you trade these kind of dojis is if the high is broken, the trend is going to continue. If the low is broken, then it definitely is going to fill this gap. Okay, so before we do our intraday analysis, let's discuss how the data is, and that can help us to identify a better place where we can trade. So let's go to the data. So the first thing that we're going to discuss is the participant wise open interest, and the data looks interesting because FIs have added longs even in this gap up, wherein the gap did not get filled yet, and still they have added longs, and they have closed a beautiful amount of shorts. This indicates that the bearishness in the index is reducing slowly. Okay, it is still not under a comfortable area, but definitely it is reducing. Okay, and if we look at the call options, they have booked the call long that they had, and they have created call shorts. And similarly, pros also booked some longs, and they have created strong call shorts. So both are on the same direction. So crossing the above level or crossing the resistance seems difficult, at least for tomorrow. Okay, because both are on same sides, that means market is definitely going to be in their hands. And if you look at put, FIs have closed shorts and they have made some longs in the put. That means we can expect some sort of, sorry, this is not long, this is also, so they have closed the long positions on the put side. That means there is no activity on the put side, so they have closed shorts and they have also closed the long position. And if we look at pros, they have also closed the long position and they have added some shorts, so which means that on the downside also we are not expecting much of a downfall or a momentum. So basically what it seems is since we have call short, so the resistance is definitely strong, and we also have some support created by the pros. So market can be in this range with some kind of a pressure on the lower side. So when you see something like this, that means every time you see the market at the top, you prefer buying a put or selling a call option, and you book early. So that's how the data looks like. And another interesting thing is FIs have bought in the cash market for the second consecutive day. This is again a good sign that FIs are investing and DIs are booking the profits here. So FIs have invested for 1,780.9 crores and DIs have booked for 230 crores. So today 1780 and yesterday about 1,000 crores. And on the 18th of July, they invested about 156 crores. So 3 days constant buying from FIs. So this has come after a long time. If you remember, in my most of the videos, I have talked that until and unless FIs don't buy in the cash market, we cannot expect the market to go up. And they are buying, and that's very nice to see that they are buying. All that you have to do is mark these levels, so 18th, 19th, and 20th, where Nifty has traded. So whenever the market falls below that range, it is a good opportunity for us to invest or reinvest in the market. So which I'm going to do definitely, because right now the market has shot up. I invested somewhere close to 15,200 when Nifty came to 15,200, 250. That's where I invested in Nifty Bs and Bank Nifty Bs. And right now they are definitely in good profits. So I'm looking for a dip. Maybe it can make a higher low, and I may look for adding more quantities. So now let's come back to our charts and discuss. Let's also look at the option chain. Option chain, in the money, a lot of call exits. Okay, that means when market went up, a lot of people short covered. So since we do not see any strong activity in the put side in the money or out of the money, we can be rest assured that the support is definitely there in the market. Okay, however, the put call ratio has reduced from 1.56 yesterday. If you remember, we discussed that everything seems bullish, so market can come for a profit booking. So this PCR value has reduced significantly, and but still in a comfortable range, and Nifty's PCR value still stays at the same range. Okay, so both looks comfortable. No fear in the market. IVs are also very well under control, 15, and on the put side it is around 26, 27. So put side IV has increased because market open gap up, and there is always a fear that it can come down for a profit booking. And Nifty since opened with a huge gap, so there is always a fear that the market can come down. So that's why the put IV has increased. Otherwise, there is no fear kind of thing in the market. So let's discuss the levels. So this is Bank Nifty. So what is our plan? So our plan is for tomorrow, at least for the first half. Okay, so for the first half, we are planning sideways. Okay, and what should be the broader range for tomorrow? So the broader range should be around 36 100 on the upside to 35 600 on the downside. So this should be the range, and you can plan a straddle or a strangle based on that. And so let's see how the market opens and what should we be doing. So since we have call sell from both FIIs and pros, so what we are going to do is flat open or gap up open. Okay, so mark this trend line. So in case if we open somewhere close to 36 100 also, we would still buy put or sell call. So that should be the plan. The kind of position that they made looks like Bank Nifty may at least fill this gap. So in case if we open flat and if we break the day low, you're definitely going to buy a put or sell a call. I would rather prefer selling a call option, and you should immediately book your target at 35 700. The closing price is somewhere close to 35 671. So we'll close around 35 700. And since market is in an uptrend and people are definitely watching that FIs are booking their shorts in the index and they are buying in the cash market, so people would buy the dip. Okay, so this dip can easily turn upside very quickly. So definitely, if we are at put, we should look to book our profits here. So gap up, put, flat opening and breaking the low, put. Okay, and where do we buy call? Okay, so since we are close to the resistance, we'll not buy a call here. We would rather prefer buying a call at this place, but we'll not jump in directly. If it is making a fast move, let it go. Okay, because we can expect the market to be sideways. It will come to this place again. So if it is making a fast move immediately, that means the market is going to stay sideways the entire day. And imagine that the market comes here and it starts spending time here. Okay, it can even as come down like this and start spending time here. So do not enter in this level into put, because this entire area is going to be profit booking zone for the FIs and pros. Imagine that they have a huge quantity of call shots, so 1,60,000 from pros and about uh, how much it was there with FIIs. It is around 40,000. So almost 2 lakh contracts they are supposed to exit. So they definitely need time. So market will consolidate. So to go long from at this place, all that you need to look for is reversals. And I would prefer looking at an RSI to see if I can see a bullish divergence. So that can help me. And I would prefer selling a put here, and my target should be eventually 36,000. Okay, so you can trade this way and you can also trade this way. So both side is something which we are expecting. So this is my view on Bank Nifty. What in case of gap down opening? Say it's opening somewhere here. We'll wait for Bank Nifty to touch this place and spend some time, because we want these FIs and pros to book their profits first. So they'll definitely keep the market in range. And then if you get to see that range breakout, then definitely you can go and buy a call for the target of 36,000. So we discussed gap up, flat opening and coming down, and we also discussed gap down opening for Bank Nifty. Let's look at Nifty quickly. So Nifty did a huge gap up and closed just below the day low, and Nifty's gap is quite big. Okay, so the closing price happens to be somewhere close to 16,320, and currently we are at 16,500. Okay, so we have a strong support at 16,410 also. So in any case, what we'll do is, so there's a trend line like this. So any gap up opening, say if it is opening even at 16,567, we'll still prefer put, and there is a high chance that it may come down to this place, and this place it can reverse. Okay, not necessary that it will fill the gap tomorrow, because this is a huge gap and market is bullish, so people would try to go long at each and every dip and in important levels. So this is where we'll buy put, and in case of flat opening and breaking this low, we're definitely going to buy a put, and our immediate target is 16,410. And we are not going to trade this range because we're definitely not sure if it is going to come to this place. Okay, and this place, should you buy? I would not prefer here, because we will have this fear of this gap. So I would not look to go long here. So in case if you want to go long, you can go long in Bank Nifty, and you can avoid Nifty. So Nifty use only for P's and call shots, and you should definitely book here and close your systems. Any gap down, so uh, just imagine that it's opening somewhere here. We'll see its reaction at this place. I'm just deleting them off. So in case if we see that they are starting to spend time here, then we'll trade the breakout if it gives a breakout on the higher side. Or if we see that it is immediately forming higher high and higher low, I think you can wait for some time and then buy a put here. It will again give you a dip at this place. So we can expect Nifty to be in this range if it opens gap down. So this is my view on Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. And today also our algo worked well, and we all made a profit of 3,000 rupees again. So continuous profits. Hoping to see that we also make profit tomorrow. For any algo inquiries, you can definitely check with me on the number which is in the description, and also it is available on the thumbnail of the video. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.